say the joke and then I'll explain where the jokes come from. That'll get people to go to my channel to watch the tier lists.
That'd be great.
Cross-contamination.
Oh God, that sounds a bit illness.
How's everything going? We
can come a bit closer, can't they? Oh, hello. Yeah, we're really showing off here, aren't we? Yeah, you're checking your things now. I can, I should probably whack this on charge, but I can't bother now.
What's it on?
It's only on 50%. Obviously, if we're going out tonight.
Yeah. Bit behind the curtain.
Did you see? I went on a red bus today.
Yeah.
You know how much that turns me on.
I haven't been on a.
I've done it 3 or 4 times now. It really is sexual. It's an experience.
It really is sexual.
Sorry. One day, if you'd like, me and you and me, we'll go on a red bus. We should. And
I said on the bus.
I said on a bus for all of us.
So you set up stuff like that.
Oh yeah. God, we're a bit tall now. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I don't get how I end up. You
I know.
Like
I can't figure out. Here's my thought. Right. It's either my posture's shit, which might be it, or because there's a spring gone in that seat. So is this side just lower?
Or do I just have like a really tall back, then like really fucking spring?
I don't know.
Wait, let's measure our like hip height. In terms of they can't even see.
No, this isn't for you anymore. Fuck off a sec.
No,
let's swap. Is it?
Yeah, is it the spring?
No.
No, it's not.
That looks really weird. I don't like that.
No, oh God.
Oh,
that'd be an April Fool's prank, wouldn't it?
We should do that. Oh, we should have done that. Did we do an April Fool's map this year?
No, we didn't.
Who gives a Nothing to beat last
I
year.
barely give a shit at this point.
I
never did.
Whoa, shock horror. It's awful.
I fucking hate doing this podcast.
Sorry,
I gave that no
do it.
So I'm now going to give this. Hello and welcome to the Bloody Mediocre podcast. I'm James, the Nerdy Brit Skinner.
I'm Fraser Oliver.
It's podcast time, baby. Yeah, we need to do that.
You get it.
Yeah.
You don't.
Oh, wait, so no, Fraser, because obviously you explain it to them.
Basically, I do tier lists on my channel, but fancy, I don't use that tier list website. I make it on Photoshop like a dragon.
It's a sexual experience. It really is.
And I don't know what one we were doing. Was it the second actors one? Basically,
I think
we've gone through and ranked random actors, and we're going to do a part 3 soon. So it'll be up there. It probably won't be. Go.
I'll forget.
My link's definitely in the description. Click on that and then find it. And basically now, whenever we do a tier list video, to the point that I did one yesterday with Parker and got James in to do this, he just went in the second one. He just went, "It's tier list time, baby," but he didn't even do it that extreme. Yeah. That's the thing. The first time you did it, you just sort of said it normally. Yeah. And then I heard something completely different. So now we just go, "It's tier list time, baby,"
and it's really
backable. That's a joke format we can use now for anything. Hence, it's podcast time, baby. Later, it's drinking time, baby.
Me in a few weeks' time. It's suicide time.
Speaking of drinks, here we go.
Joke.
We've got a drink segment.
Yes!
Oh, God.
Now, I'm a big energy drink man.
I love a Monster, and it's a bit rank, but I don't mind. Oh, it's the white Monster.
You know, Prime. If we smile right now, this might be the.
That's definitely been the thumbnail.
We should do more.
We should just make that. So
that's great content.
I don't have to go through it and find. I can just know, right, it's there.
So
it's like 3 minutes in. Cool.
What I'd say is, I'm a big energy drink man. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we've had some fun on the pod trying Prime. My problem is, if I go for an energy drink, I'll always go for the ones that don't have a quote-unquote flavour.
Like the White Monster, I think, is both my favourite Monsters.
Like a sugar-free Red Bull slaps.
But this, so it's got 140 milligrams of caffeine, no sugar, and it's vegan for those asking. It's strawberry watermelon. So we were also saying, so I went into Asda and they had like a full shelf on the end full of these. They had the lemon and lime one, orange mango one, tropical one, and this one. And I was like, this one looks the most interesting, but also we've tried like the bottled equivalents of the others. This flavour, this will be our first, because obviously it's our first strawberry watermelon. The actual strawberry watermelon Prime exists, but this is the first time. We haven't had the original strawberry watermelon. So first energy drink and first strawberry. And don't worry, we'll try all the other cans because It's
content.
I found this about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Asda, so clearly no one gives a shit anymore. So it should be easier to get. James, you treat yourself to the first sip so there's no dead air. And you can tell us what we're thinking. It smells really strong. I smell it from here. As in, it's in my lap and I can smell it.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't.
That's actually fit. That's genuinely fit. That's
really good.
That's just strawberry to me. I can't taste the watermelon in that.
That's because watermelon has no flavour.
Wait, what?
That's really nice. That's bloody lovely. No, that's really good.
That's genuine.
Oh, that's really nice.
I think that is now my favourite flavour of Prime.
Yeah, I think that's skyrocketed itself to the top of the list.
That is actually class.
Yeah. Oh, that is really good.
Big. Then again, I think I'm just a caffeine addict.
That's the thing. I think naturally,
that's more my style of drink than just
I don't think I was ever
hydration
gonna
beverage.
Yeah. I don't think I was ever going to prefer that over the energy equivalent of.
A couple of times I have bought the lemon lime one. That's the one after that I'm most excited to try, because a couple of times I've actively just seen a lemon lime Prime about and gone, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy it. So I reckon the flavour of the orange and mango one might slap.
Do you think any of them will beat this? As in the lemon lime, if the lemon lime energy is as good as the lemon lime bottle, do you think it could beat this?
I don't know why I've raved on about the lemon lime one so much, because if anything's going to beat it, just for my taste palette, it's going to be the orange and mango one, because that's my vibe.
That is really nice.
So, that is...
Well, it's like the white monster and the mango loco monster are like two of my favourites. Yeah. So if there's an orange mango, it's probably going to be my favourite Prime. But honestly...
That's class.
Walking around Asda today, you could see all the 7-year-old kids begging their parents to buy them a can of Prime.
7-year-old kids
and
buzzing off their
energy
tits.
drink. Yeah. So it's in the bottle, it's just a hydration drink. When it's energy, they're like, no, I'm not buying you an energy drink.
No.
And they're like, please, it's Prime.
At what age could your kid take you into a supermarket? Well, not sure why the kid's taking you. But at what age would you say yes to buying your kid now? Because I don't think I'd ever specifically buy my kid
an energy drink. If they get to the age of 16, that's the age you have to be for energy drinks, 16. Yeah. If they get to 16, go in the shop and they get their own energy drink, fine, that's cool, go for it. But I'm never going to... They're not going to be at 13 and going to have an energy drink and going, yes, not...
They want some coffee, I will...
Oh, they can have coffee from day dot.
We will do a little coffee tour.
Yeah, there's no... Yeah. But energy drink, no. Once you're 16, you can buy it yourself, and I'm not going to be paying for my 15-year-old to have an energy drink. They can fuck off.
I've actually discovered the biggest turn on, because I've joined a couple of dating sites recently.
Oh.
I know, really. I know. I should put co-host in a mad podcast, then I get all the hosts.
You would.
Fuck, I hate myself. But I've discovered one of the biggest turn-ons is in their profile if they mention coffee. Because then for me, I know, right, we can do coffee tours, we can fanny about, we can drink all of the coffee, and you're not going to criticise me for my coffee.
Go to a nice little coffee shop, get a little croissant coffee.
Ooh, don't mug me off, because that sounds class.
Should we do it? We should do it. We should do a coffee mad. We just get really nice coffee, get some croissants, and just do a...
Yeah, almondy. Should do a little French bakery selection.
Oh, God.
Do you want to know what a couple of the biggest turn-offs are on a dating app? For me.
Go on.
Well, first of all, some people either refer to themselves as wanting to be a passenger princess, which first of all by itself is a rather disgusting statement.
It is a bit rank.
And second of all, I don't drive, so I can't fulfill your needs. And second of all, you want to be if you're saying that, you likely, are going to want your music on. With me, you're going to be dealing with Phil Collins and musicals. Yeah. So I don't think...
Unless you're okay with the Proclaimers, then fuck off.
And the rule is, the driver picks the music.
Yes.
That is a God-given rule that... I'm sorry, if you want to be a passenger princess, shut the fuck up and listen to Billy Joel.
Fucking love Billy Joel.
I love a bit of Billy Joel. Other ones.
Do you want one from me? I'm not on any dating apps, but the one that would get me is basically we've got a friend where we steal Jess's phone and go through her dating apps. Anyone that has a filter on, like a Snapchat, I'm like, are you 12? If they have a filter on their face, it adds I'm like, oh my God, please. No. So I saw a couple of that on Jess. I was like, that is rank.
Another one.
Are you 12?
Go to raves with me.
Yeah, fuck off. No one enjoys raves, surely.
You know what? It was When was Thingy's birthday? Was that last Friday?
Yeah.
Because I ended up at a club after that, and bear in mind it wasn't the most packed club, and there's some ironic... There was some ironic enjoyment to
There was 3 of us. Was this...
Club I? Yeah.
Yes, there was 3 of us. What do you mean? We were the only group there. It was a lot of fun.
But I had a lot of fun in there.
I had more fun in there than I would in like a packed club.
Yeah.
Because there was our group with some drinks and some like old. It's like it had like the classic songs that were obviously remixed a bit. But I was like, that's fine.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I want to go back there.
I think unpopular opinion. If you're a fan with me, this is an unpopular opinion for you. If you're not, this is niche. Club I. Maybe the best club in Falmouth.
I was buzzing off my tits.
Because Mango's is rancid, King's is meh, Toast is great for the shots alone.
Even the tunes are dead.
But the things with Toast, the shots, and you can sit in the little booths if you get there early enough, that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fat cunt, I want to sit down. I'm not standing up for 4 hours, fuck off. King's rank, Mango's rank, Club I, elite. They got a fucking like boxing machine, what's that about? Who knows? Who cares?
Club I feels like if we create a club.
And it is the Mab Club, isn't it?
It's the Mab Club.
But now that they've gone, because they used to be cash only, now they do card again, transformed it. Because before we wouldn't go there because who carries cash? But now they're card, I'm like, well, I'm going to go there more. Like, honestly, if we ever go for a drink spoons, I'd be like, can we just go to Club I?
Can we go to Club I for a bit? Funny.
It's a good laugh.
Get a bud in.
Yeah. And
someone bought me tequila.
Tequila.
I realised I am better at doing tequila than I thought because usually I'll have tequila and just die after it. I didn't do too badly after that one.
I was conditioned into tequila by Steve from my old job. Now Steve, have we done? I don't think I've told the story of Steve.
I don't know if that's Steve.
Steve is I'm not even where I work, but I was a porter at a hotel, so taking cases up, all that sort of shit. And we had 2 night porters who would literally come in at like 11 o'clock, stay the whole night. In case anyone needed anything, there was fires, they had to clean, all that sort of stuff. And one of them was called Steve, and he came in always in like a 3-piece suit. It's like an old-fashioned porter. He was great. And we had a staff party for Christmas. Oh my God, he like completely let himself go. He was like coming round to all of the porters every time. He was going, should we do more tequila? Come on, we'll do tequila. He's like this little 5'7" man, just coming and going, come on, we'll do tequila. Come on, in his 3-piece suit. And it was a free bar, so he'd get tequila, he'd do it, and straight after. He'd go, we need to do another one. Have you got any lime and salt? And they're like, no. He's like, get some. And then, I was like, this is the greatest man. We should get on the podcast. It was just this, get some. Get some. Did you have lime and salt? No, sorry. Get some. It was just, honestly.
Me.
And then the next morning, apparently, he came in at 7 a.m. Fine. I was like, Steve, I feel dead.
Steve is an alcoholic.
I was like, my head's about to fall off, Steve. How are you coming in just fine? It was fun. I love Steve the alcoholic.
Are there any more turn-off drinks? I might just pop on a date now just to see what.
Do it.
See what happens.
We swipe. You're currently on the podcast.
We'll go on Hinge because that's got some. Obviously, Tinder is just people's faces and like there's no content out of that. And obviously, we can't. I'm not going to roast specific people. Just the general ideas of them.
Yeah. Just generalisations.
So we have, we're discovering apparently. So we have Hayden.
That is a shit spelling of Hayden.
Who?
So it's Haydn. What is that?
Whose simple pleasures are snacks and games.
Who's a nonce.
Bit dead. A geek out on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
What's that when it's at home? Let me do some googling for you.
Yeah, feel free.
Let's have a look at JoJo's
I'm going to say no to Hayden.
Hang on, I don't want to get rid of our tier list segment.
Yeah,
hang on.
Yeah, please don't.
JoJo's
Alicia.
Bizarre Adventure.
Alicia. That's an odd way. That's
Alicia. I don't mind that.
It's interesting enough, but
it's a Japanese manga series.
As you do, kind of fits the type. Sorry.
Here's a turn off.
Sorry, Formula 1.
If you like grow up, please grow up. Like,
5 seconds fucking later.
Ella and Emily were talking about it, and I was like, oh, who gives a flying fuck?
Literally.
Harvey, my brother, loves it. He went to he went to Milan to watch the Grand Prix. I was like, what are you doing? Like, if you watch it on TV, at least like the camera follows the cars. You watch it live, you're sat there on one bit of the track, and zoom. 40 minutes later, zoom. 40 minutes later, zoom.
It's a little snapping of the neck.
It's just 45 minutes later, zoom. What? Where's and then the rest of it? Watching on the TV, watching your lounge cunt. Fucking hell.
I'd like... so someone's described their self-care routine as a coffee, fag and shit.
What do you mean by fag?
Right. She goes crazy for a Capri Sun and a kiss.
To be fair, a Capri Sun.
Apparently she's known for fat scran and fat tits. Not the most... Gotta rate the vibe, to be fair. Grady.
What the fuck? Paulo.
Was from Redruth. Right.
Trypophobia.
Trypophobia. Oh, tight holes.
Yeah.
God, so my ex would have had troubles then.
I won't feel remember your joke, you little bit.
I can make my left foot look like Sid the Sloth. But
I want to see that. Like,
no.
How the fuck is that even?
Oh yeah, you're so edgy. Dating me is like hell.
Oh my, what are you gonna do? You can't take you anywhere.
Right, knock.
Who's there?
Wait, no, sorry, you need to say knock. Who's there?
You. What? Oh God.
You're...
That's not grammar.
It's not audible for audio.
I don't think they've realised how knock jokes work.
Goes crazy for dilfs.
God.
Best way to ask me out is by up front with brownies or cheesecake.
I respect that.
Weakness. I respect that too.
It's
I am obese. A nice nighttime walk, stars out, some shooting if lucky.
Oh, I'm a Capricorn.
I once thought a film was from the perspective of a deaf person because it was silent, just had the mute on. Haha. Not for me.
That's shit.
We'll get along if you love dogs.
Oh God, that's generic.
Fair enough.
God.
One more white cunt wants to learn how to surf this year. I will top myself. All of you want to surf. None of you are original, and none of you are gonna fucking do it. So shut the fuck up.
Or if you do, you'll look shit.
None of you. All of you want to surf. None of you will. So stop talking. Fucking hell.
It's a cute dog though. I just can't.
Simple pleasures. Tequila. No one unironically likes tequila.
I swear you just said you're not as bad at taking.
I didn't mind it. I don't enjoy it.
Feeder.
Can take me on adventures, but also happy to cuddle in bed. If I rate that.
That's quite cute.
I rate that.
Oh wait, what political? Does it say what? Oh yeah, liberal. Love to see that.
I can touch... two truths and a lie. I can touch my tongue to my nose. I play 4 instruments. A child peed on my head flex.
Not a brag, but that's
okay,
fine.
not for me. Most irrational thing is clowns. Worst idea I've ever had. Downloading this app. Fucking knee splitter that.
Hello? Oh, it's the Palladium.
You're so funny.
Thank you, James.
Oh.
I'd like that.
I'm weirdly attracted to your mom.
That's a joke we made.
That's a me joke.
Can't have a go at that.
I kind of rate it.
Sounds like a shitting Pokemon.
Sholto. Don't hate me if I sleep all the time. Oh, it's a banging roast. To be fair, I do rate it.
I was going to say, I kind of respect that. Oh, James. You told me to write something down.
Oh, God.
To talk about.
Okay.
Trains.
Oh,
you
my
said.
shitting
You said,
Lord.
Fraser, write down trains. So I did.
People of the West Country. You
GWR if you're listening.
are all cunts.
Okay.
Every
Generalisation.
single fucking one of you deserves death. So, let me take you back. I make a surprise journey to Weston-super-Mare.
Hometown of the Mediocre.
That's the one. I'm glad you're doing this. This is great. So I make a journey to the Great Weston-super-Mare on the train. Now, it was a Saturday. There was a Plymouth game on. Now, first of all, before we even got to Plymouth from Fallymouth, there were some people who were a bit drunk and they were playing music on the train.
What kind of music is the question?
Shit music.
I thought as much.
And my God, you have to be an arrogant fucking wanker to play your music out loud on the train. I hope you die.
That is whack.
Just,
but also,
just
to have that, like, I would never dream of doing that. Like, what goes through your head to go, I'm going to play my music out loud, anywhere. There are a few exceptions to places you can play music out loud. If you're on the beach, you got Bluetooth speaker, go for it. If you're a 14-year-old in a field with your WKD Blue and you've got a speaker, go for it. In a confined space, fucking don't. Those are your rules.
So that was just rude and disturbing. And then we get to the Plymouth game. So I was travelling, the Plymouth game was over, there were people coming back, lots of drunk people, very loud, long story short, lots and lots of people milling about, being arrogant dickheads.
Milling about in the train? Or on the platform?
You're milling about in the train.
Fucking hell.
And it got to the point where, like, this 20-year-old man had met a 40-year-old woman, and they were just making out right in front of me, pretty much. Oh, it was all just very disturbing. Oh, and then this is less mean, but this is just because I'm a dickhead at this point.
No, that's fine. That's what the podcast is based off.
So then they leave at about Taunton, most of them. And there's a bloke that turns around behind me and goes, "Oh, that was a bit mental, wasn't it?" So I'm just like, "Yeah, it was." And then this bloke won't stop talking to me from Taunton to Weston, which is about another half hour. And I'm just there like,
please shut the fuck up.
Maybe this is me just being an arsehole. I've been on this train for 3 hours and a half. I wasn't on that train for good news, and that's all I'll say. So I wasn't in the best of moods. And my God, why do you have to talk to me for half a fucking hour? Is there no one in your life that can just... He started telling me about his job and stuff.
Oh, good.
Because he was talking about how he signs people up for, like, a subscription to, like, a charity where, like, basically old people, you can trick them into giving
trying to sign you up?
Money. No, because he was basically letting me on the secret that anyone he gets to sign up, he makes, like, 50 quid from it.
Right.
Which, so basically, long story short, it's a scam. A lot of, like, the charity. So obviously, I think legally, I think some money goes to the charity, but the money, because I think it was like £13 a month. So therefore, what if you sign up for a year? What, 4 months? So a third of what you pay.
Yeah.
And that's bearing in mind if you cancelled earlier, all of that money has to go to that man. So I think as long as they pay the first month, he makes 50 quid.
So that guy's...
So I don't blame that guy because he's earning a job, he's doing a job and earning his cash. But my God, that's a bit grim.
That is mental. And also, don't talk to me about it. Shut up.
Yeah, so stop talking to me.
Please shut the fuck up.
I don't care about your life because at this point it's getting to like 8 o'clock.
You should have just started talking about the Nerdy Brit.
Should have gone. Do you want to subscribe, boss?
If you're gonna talk to me for this long, just at least fucking subscribe. James, you sound a bit upset. Do you want some cheering up?
Yes, please, darling.
Do you know what I think would cheer you up? It's talking about Greggs.
Greggs.
Now, Greggs is great. We've recently got one in Truro, which is the closest, because before the closest one would have been what? Like fucking Plymouth, somewhere fucking miles away.
I want to go.
Now we've got one in Truro. So I reckon we rank Greggs pastries, pies and bakes.
Ooh.
Now I'm going to go. I've not looked at this list. Sometimes I do a veto. I haven't looked at these. I want to be surprised. Also didn't think of it until I sat on the sofa. If steak bake is not number one,
kill yourselves.
I say we both do a shot of sours.
We're literally gonna get.
Yeah, we'll do it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, we'll do a shot of sours.
Because then it's.
And if sausage, bean, and cheese isn't at number 4, we'll also do a shot of sours.
It's content.
It's comedy, isn't it?
Number 14. Pork, apple, and stuffing lattice. Didn't know that was a thing.
When have you ever seen them?
What's
Sorry,
that?
Someone
shut in a pastry.
Someone has genuinely had a night out.
Someone
threw up in some puff. Oh God.
Threw up in some puff.
Quote of the week.
There we go.
Threw up in some puff.
You can have that
Life lesson.
Oh, it's a seasonal special.
Oh, well, what season is it celebrating? Fucking Ramadan, because I know one will not eat that.
That was really good. That was really funny. What the shit is a Scotch pie? That's number 13. When have you ever seen it? it's like a mince. It's like I think it's like a Scotch egg, but in a pie.
What's this egg? Egg
Maybe,
in
no,
pastry?
wait. Scotch pie without. It's a Scotch egg without the egg, so it's just
sausage meat in.
It's just sausage meat and a bit of burnt pastry. It's fucking rancid.
No, it's not for me. I surrender.
Okay. 12 is a cheese and onion pasty. I don't think it should be that low.
I wouldn't scran it.
So I wouldn't ever choose it, but I don't. I put money on the fact there is stuff that's going to be above this that should be below a cheese and onion pasty.
Honestly,
also,
I kind of
really
back that though.
peeving me is they've used the word pasty and put a shitting slice. That's a bake.
It is a bake.
Really pissed me off.
Unfortunately.
Okay, well this is like a cheese and onion roll. Imagine choosing that, like a sausage roll, but it's got cheese and onion in it.
I would back that because at least
You'd
there's
back
less
that
of
over-
it.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd be able to have that and it not be a sausage roll.
No.
I think I'm like, what's... Number 10 is a chicken bake.
Now that's slightly underrated. That
I like a chicken
I
bake.
wouldn't go for, especially if they're steak.
Well,
if you're
that's the
choosing
thing, if
like,
I go there and there's a steak, they have no steak slices, they got a chicken bake, I might go for a chicken
the
bake.
problem is I would rarely buy a chicken bake because there's so like a Greg's pizza, sausage, bean and cheese, steak, sausage roll.
I didn't even think of the pizzas. Oh, they're pizza. I only had one recently when we went to Truro. You had one. I was like, I'll try it. Oh my god! If you haven't had a Greg's pizza, do it. They are elite.
What I would say is people don't realise this. The spicy wedges they have on the little counter on the side, so fit.
I haven't had them either.
No, they're so fit.
You know what? When we finally do our Corner Cities series, we should go. That should be where we go for food. Just Greg's.
I'm already thinking of little segments for it.
Oh yeah, we need to actually do it.
Like I feel like as soon as we get there, the first thing we have to do is find something that says
Do you
the
know what we
name
should
of
do?
it on there.
After this, after the Tina segment, we should talk a bit about that series.
Yeah.
I think we've mentioned it in passing, but not fully. We'll
tell you
we'll
our
get
full
back to it. Hang on,
plans.
bear with us. Watch till the end.
We'll get there.
9. I didn't know there were so many variations on like the sausage roll format. There's a steak and cheese roll. So like steak and cheese in a sausage roll.
Fucking
sounds
fit.
class. I was a newcomer to the Greg's.
Well, I quite like to have
You know
one.
what? Oh, it's got Stilton in it though.
No. Weird. I know that sounds bad, but that works.
We had a
steak and Stilton pasties work.
We had a steak and Stilton pasty at work, and we like cut pasty up to try it out. I thought, you know, because I'd never have a full pasty, but I was like, I'll try it. Not that strong.
Yeah,
Like, because when they come out of the oven, they fucking reek. I tried it. It's just like a really creamy cheese. So it wasn't that bad. So it's that kind of Stilton. That's fine.
I wouldn't have Stilton on its own, but steak and Stilton pasty is a class pasty.
Fuck's sake! It's a macaroni pie, James.
Why does that sound fucking fit?
No. Why are you putting pasta in pastry?
Ah, that sounds class. I can't lie.
Shitting ideas there.
That sounds kind of nice.
Oh,
I'd back
okay.
it.
It's in Trinidad and Tobago. Class. Didn't know there was a Greg's in Trinidad and Tobago.
Really slapped my hand. That really came down fast. Why did you do it again?
7's a vegetable pasty.
Oh.
And it's a fucking bacon.
Whoever wrote this list was a vegetable.
It was the... why is this not higher? It's a bacon and cheese turnover, James. At 6.
Now that slaps, literally.
That's really annoying. That is the... Oh, they're so good.
Depends, sometimes they burn them though.
Oh, no, that is... I burn them. But that's... They are like... Because I work in a pasty place. They are the hardest thing to cook. Because you leave them in there for 1 minute too long, they're fucked. There's like this sweet spot somewhere between 15 and 6... Genuinely, between like 15 and 16 minutes where they will be the most glorious things. 1 minute too long, they are fucked. But if you get a good bacon and cheese turnover... Oh, fucking hell.
Slap me silly and call me Margaret.
Now, what's a bridie when it's at home?
Bridie?
It's like a fucking calzone pasty. It's a combination of minced onions. Oh, it's just minced onions and pastry. So it's like a Cornish pasty, but with bolognese inside it, without the sauce. So it's mince and onions instead of like bits of steak.
Nah, just have some chunks.
Yeah.
I want some chunky
Or at least
boys.
shredded. I don't even... Number 4 is the sausage roll. It's a classic. I feel like if it wasn't top 5, it'd be...
I'm sorry.
Oh.
The sausage, bean and cheese milk needs to be full. That means we've got to do a shot of sours.
Oh! See the knee? Slap.
Ow!
I feel good. Number 3, the sausage, cheese and bean melt.
Whoa!
Mario when? James? number 2 is the steak bake. That's
What's number fucking... Oh, it's a sausage roll in it.
No, because we've had sausage roll.
When?
Literally just like... Number 4 was sausage roll.
Oh, I got distracted by the sausage, bean and cheese. What's number 1 then?
Do we do our shots and then find out what number 1 is? Let's suspense, dickheads. Basically, we need to pre-drink before pre-drink starts. Smash it. Shall we want to just share them for that? No, or do you want to do one from each?
Oh, we'll share them, yeah, it's fine. Are we calling this 2 shots? That's 2 shots.
2 shots and fill it up. I'm genuinely baffled as to what number 1 is. What's left?
Right, let's cheers to number 1, then we got a drink, and then we'll have to react.
Oh, here we go.
Just for comedy, yeah. Oh, get that cunt. Set to the bottom.
That is really good.
No, I don't.
It's a festive bake. It's a turkey cranberry stuffing bake. What the fuck? Who wrote this list? Right, hang on. We've got to slander the cunt. Who is it? Nicky Boyle. You boil my blood. You're a twat. You're right, James. Steak bake lost out.
I'm actually filled with a bit of genuine anger right now.
Steak bake lost out to a festive. This is steak bake.
I'm screwed.
I genuinely cannot believe that a steak bake has lost out on number 1 spot to a festive bake. Turkey, cranberry. I'm going to look at specifically, because it's going to be turkey, cranberry sauce, which, by the way, cranberry sauce actually rancid, and even more rancid when put in like a festive sandwich, like the meal deals. They have like put inside anything rank. If you have it on the side of a roast, rank. Cranberry sauce is rank. Who likes cranberries? Jesus Christ! Right, what's in?
I feel like I'm going through the 5 stages of grief.
I actually can't. That has unreasonably pissed me off.
There should be a 6th stage titled "Realising Festive Bakes Exist."
A delicious crumb top pastry filled with pieces of cooked chicken, sage onion stuffing.
Chicken?
Hang on, so
it's supposed to be a festive bake. Where's the fucking turkey?
It's chicken, stuffing, bacon, and cranberry sauce. So they've... Oh, I'm really weird. So not only is the festive bake
it's a shit chicken bake.
It's not festive. They've put some bacon and fucking stuffing and cranberry sauce in a chicken bake.
Oh, let's have some fruity chicken, shall we? Isn't that fucking delicious?
That's really...
I'm actually a wee bit pissed
What
off.
was the I always thought the justification. Nicky Boyle.
Oh, come on, Nicky. How does she spell her name? Is it with a Y or an I?
It is Niki.
What? 4? My man spells her name with 4 letters.
Yes.
Nike. Nike Boyle. Brother of Charles. Not a shit joke. Fuming. I'm actually fuming.
It's just...
Why isn't it turkey? I don't want to beat a dead horse,
honestly,
but might as well be fucking horse.
Chicken, bacon, sage onion, gravy and cranberry.
Oh!
It's got gravy in it as well.
What? Paedophiles? Honestly,
that's really got
that's
to me.
That's now going to top our paedophile ranking.
Yeah.
It's the fucking festive
Sorry,
bake.
Jimmy Savile, move over. Festive bake.
Thomas Orton, move it.
Sorry, mate.
Oh god, you're not there anymore.
Gary Glitter, sorry, pal. Festive bake.
Rolf Harris,
sorry, mate. Whoops.
Moving right along.
Paul Breach, sorry, love. Modern, contemporary almost.
I'm actively. I'm feeling.
Should we try and get this bit back on track?
We're gonna go round
We're going
cities,
on tour,
baby.
So when we started this channel, we were like, yes, we're going to do a podcast primarily, but we also want to do videos of some sort. And we did, like, I think our most viewed video on the channel is still our reaction to Sharp Singer's A Million Dreams. And we've done a few reaction videos, which we do more of because they're easy content and they're fun.
They're funny. We're good at them.
But we wanted to do something a bit more out there and mabby. So what we're going to do is we're going to do like ranking every Cornish. It's going to be called Cornish cities probably, but it's going to be Cornish places.
We'll make it to Exeter quicker than I'll pipe your mum.
But like honestly, Red Roof is not a city, is it?
Yeah.
But it's more Cornish places than Cornish cities, but Cornish cities is alliteration and sounds cooler.
It's just a better title.
So the idea is we're going to go to Cornish places, starting with Truro at some point very soon. We said this month we want the first episode
This month
to be
the
out.
first episode will be out.
And so, do you want to go through the formats we're thinking? So
I was thinking I want it to be fast-paced and funny sounds wanky, but I do not want to be making
30-minute.
I don't want to be making 20-minute tour guides of a city. I want us to go
10-15 minutes of darting around doing
for like fully edited, like comedic 10-minute videos.
So the idea is we'll have, I can't remember if we said 5 or 6. We've got a certain amount of categories that we'll try and rattle off if we think.
I think it was 6.
But
whether we forgot.
So we've got a certain amount of categories that we're going to go and do and rank them out of 10, did we say? Or 5? 5, and then at the end we'll have an overall score for said place. So we've said food from said place,
coffee,
drink,
pint,
shopping, general look, aesthetic feel of place, and then overall
vibe.
So that's 6 things, and then obviously we'll give us an overall score, and then we can go through in like a separate podcast at the end of because we're always like set an end how many places we want to do, and at the end we'll have them ranked in an order, and we can go through and just talk about them. So yeah, we're going to do all the Cornish places we can think of that are close to us. I mean, we'll obviously do Plymouth as well. Who gives a shit?
Well, let's face it. That if it does semi well, we'll just continue to expand.
Yeah, but with Camborne, Penzance, Red Roof, Truro, St Ives, St Austell, Parr, Lostwithiel,
Bodmin.
I just think of any places on the train line. Lisgard, Saltash,
Perranwell.
Imagine that.
Falmouth itself could have an episode.
Oh yeah, Falmouth could have an episode. But yeah, so the idea is that so we'll have a score of 30 for each place. So we'll go around. Obviously, you'll have those segments in the vlog of us trying a pint and a coffee, that sort of thing.
Just make a funny cinematic video.
We think we end. I think what we should do is get some MAB stickers printed off, and we end every video in front of either a sign that says like "Welcome" to whatever, or some like landmark, noticeable place in there, and we put a MAB sticker somewhere there. And that's where we end the video. I think that could be a cool format, is MAB. There we go. Just the logo on a sticker. Bam. Video. I think it could be a very fun... Because I think, like... It's going to sound wanky and very up our own arses. But, like... We're very good at bouncing off each other with shit jokes. And I think that could work. That could be elevated by going outside and just reacting to the outside world.
Let's see if our formula works well in short form as well as long form.
I think it will.
I think it will.
Definitely.
I bloody know it will. We just
and I guess that will inspire. That will like almost go on to the fact of doing more outdoor podcasts, which we still, as we're into summer now, we need to do, because the one we did on Perry Campus was amazing.
We haven't done a pod off this sofa in months.
But again, I don't think, because I was thinking about this, I don't think we do it anywhere else, like within the house. There's no point. No. I think if the weather gets nicer, we could do it outside at the table.
Even then, the problem is we live by a road, so the audio wouldn't be great. So,
I don't think there's any need to do it off the sofa, within the house at least.
In the house, yeah.
Unless we do a specifically, like, cooking episode where we have, or if we do something where we need to move. But for that,
I think we should do an episode where we're just firing up the barbecue and just having banter.
That'd be really good, like a barbecue episode, yeah.
Just a more chill one, just whatever happens.
People can come in and out. Yeah, that'd be really nice actually. Have like a cold pint. It's like,
don't mug me off.
I'm really excited for our nights on like the Spoons roof terrace with a nice pint in the summer.
I'm just excited generally. Really nice. It's just rinse pub.
But yeah, so that series is going to be. MAB promised sometime this month.
MAB will make it happen.
It will be out, he says. James, this will make me sound a bit like an alcoholic.
Oh yeah.
Alcohol is the best motivator.
Right.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out.
What, in terms of living?
No.
Because I've thought about this. Honestly, would I be motivated enough to live if I didn't have the nights of happiness that alcohol give me?
So, I was at work today. That was mental, actually. Okay. So, I was at work today. I did a 10 till 5:30 shift. Lovely shift, that. Thank you for giving me that one. So, it got to... So, basically, the way where I work... The way it works is you get to about 3:30... and you start doing, like, closed down stuff so you can leave at 5:30. Honestly, having the thought in the back of my head of, I'm getting very, very drunk tonight, was there. And I was like, I know we're pre-drinking, that's going to be enough, we have music on, we're going to get really drunk, go and see people. I was done by 5:15. Because I was... You're alright. We'll get this done.
My belly is going...
So, having in the back of my head of, we're getting very drunk tonight, it's going to be a laugh. Honestly, I was speeding through the thing. I had like, right, let's do it. The thing is, I was like, I can't be bothered. I was like, oh, who cares? Mopping the floor? Usually I'm like, mop the floor? Fuck off. And I was like, yeah, we'll mop the floor. Honestly, best mate there. Like, getting me through the weekend, you know what? Like, even like this week, because we had this planned for like ages. We're going to like an end of year party, even though we've got assessments and SNH due in. So
stupid.
Thank you, Millie and Lily, for planning this.
You twats!
A week before we finish.
They won't watch this. It's fine. We can call them anything we like.
Wankers, pots.
Mean people.
Yeah, meanies. But yeah, so we're going to that and having that.
That was great.
That was.
Meanies.
But having that planned meant that even this week I was like, it's okay, because Saturday we're getting fucking pissed. Who cares? So alcohol is the best motivator, unless you're an alcoholic.
In which case, cancer.
In that case, liver failure.
My grandpa. This prime is really nice. Really nice. I'm having a great time. It's okay.
Oh God, we do have fun.
Oh, we do. Well, he doesn't anymore.
James! Oh God. Oh, Charles, things
are going. You get Guardians 3.
Have
you let your thoughts settle?
Yes.
Speak them.
Right, we both said this coming when we came straight out of it. It wasn't the film I was expecting, but that doesn't mean it was bad. Like the marketing for it was like, I was like, oh, going into it, I was like, oh, people are gonna die.
It's the early reviews.
Spoilers.
Woo. Yeah.
Like everyone was like, oh, this is the most emotional Marvel film ever. I was like, shit, everyone's gonna die.
Yeah.
And
no one died.
Yeah. If you don't want to know, fuck off. But
you've already said spoiler alert.
No one died.
Yeah.
And the problem was the reason that my main problem with this film was the amount of fake out deaths.
Yeah, like
Drax nearly died. The whole film was Rocket might die. Even with like Star-Lord at the end, I was like, there was a point I was like, shit, they're gonna kill off Star-Lord. That's a brave choice, but I kind of respect it. He didn't die. It was like obviously Groot at the start, but I was like, well, Groot, we know Groot can't die. As long as something remains of Groot, something will grow back.
Yeah.
So when he died, I was like, well, Groot can't die. We know that. Like, whenever Nebula died, I was like, we know Nebula can't die. She can just, like, crack herself back. I hate it when she does that. It really gives me the fucking... Like, when her neck was flopping around, she's like... So I was like, the amount of fake-out deaths, I was like, if when Drax got shot in the chest and ended up in the Falcon... If he died there, I'd be like, great, brave choice. 30 minutes into Guardians 3 and Drax has died? Cool. But he didn't. And I was like... I'm not saying I wish they'd followed through with some of the deaths, but there were too many fake out deaths to me, to the point where as soon as someone got injured, I was like, well, they're not dead, are they?
I think
they're just not.
For me, the film was a mix of, I know this is good, this isn't the film I was expecting, and this isn't as good as most reviews I've seen has said it is.
Because everyone was like, this is the best, like the reviews saying, this is the best MCU film.
So now I know what to expect. I need to watch it again and actually have my own opinion with it.
Because it's obviously not the best MCU film.
No.
My opinion on that changes every other week, to be fair. But it's definitely not. Best Guardian film?
I think I prefer the first
Beats Guardians 2, obviously.
Yeah, Guardians 2 is shit.
But I think Guardians 1's better. Like, don't get me wrong, there were parts of this film, like, I think the jokes in it were very good. I think there was, like, because the comedy in Guardians 2 was awful. I was like, this just is, it was, like, cringy. I was like, this is horrible. The comedy in Guardians 3 was actually very good. The villain was wank. I think maybe that's too strong. The problem with the Grand Evolver Man? I don't know what you call him.
High Evolutionary?
High Evolutionary, that's it.
Too shouty.
The problem with him is A, he was too shouty, but also B, the motivation of, I want to restart the world. It's like, oh, give over. Oh, of course you do. Like, so does every other villain. Like, because you could argue that Thanos' whole thing was, I want to destroy the world, but for, like, the greater... Like, I need to destroy it so we can start again. That's what the Great Evolution... I was like... And it's not like there was some grand backstory. It was like, that's his whole thing, is he just wants to restart the world. It's like, that's dull. And if they'd undertoned it with something, but there was no level, it was, that's my motivation for everything.
Right. I'm going to say something. Obviously, you have to agree with it.
Thank you.
But my opinion is, Guardians 3 have moments that are the best Guardian moments out of any films they've been in. But they also have maybe not quite as bad, but also has some moments that feel close to Guardians Volume 2 level.
Example? Because I agree.
It's what I remember feeling during it. You know, like there were certainly sections that dragged, such as the section with the big suits and the Drax fake out, the sections on the New Earth. There are a couple of sections that were fine and then dragged, and obviously there are sections like a lot of like the rocket stuff and like the ending bits. That's the thing. The ending is so good that like you.
That's the thing. The ending, I think,
good.
That's the thing. The ending of Guardians. I think that is the best wrap up for the Guardians. Like the fact that none of them died, but they were all like, "I think I'm done with Guardians." Bar obviously Rocket. Was like, that's a great ending. Like because, and then it was like, "Oh, Star-Lord will return." So I was like, "Oh God, here we go." But it was like the whole, the idea of none of them dying, they're all still there, but they go separate ways. I like that. I think that's a very nice ending to Guardians.
I just think the reason why the first Guardians is better is just because, this is a boring answer, but it's a consistent 8 or 9 out of 10 the whole way through.
Yeah.
It's just consistently class, which wins it for me.
I'd really hoped that in Guardians 3, you know the bit where Rocket was in like it was King's Cross Station, the Harry Potter level, and he saw
that was an odd
the
scene.
otter, Layla,
yeah,
and then like Teeths and Floor came. I was like, strange. If this is how he dies, that's quite sweet. And then he didn't. And I was like, and it was her, not yet. I was like, oh, that's so cliche, that's horrible. Like, you can, but not yet. I was like, oh my God, are you joking? Like, come on. Because most if not all of like Rocket's backstory stuff, I really enjoyed, and I thought they showed. I thought it was.
Even then, it was all a bit like, we know all this. Most of it was pretty. You knew that group of characters had to die, and they would never make it out. Yeah. And you knew that Rocket would make it out and discover that he wasn't this good person.
I don't know why they did the idea of it's a shock that Layla got shot and then the other two were shot. So I was like, if they weren't shot, they'd be with Rocket. It's like obviously they died at some point because otherwise they'd have been main characters from the start. I liked the inclusion of, I can never remember his name, I feel really bad, Mohawk Man. What's his name?
Sean Gunn.
He's great.
He's funny.
He's always funny, and I loved his little arc of the whistle. I thought that was really sweet. His little whistle arc.
I saw James Gunn say about a month ago that the film is on the longer side, but that's because it gives complete time for every Guardian to have its wrap up. For me, no. I think it's 10-15 minutes too long.
It did go on a bit.
It's not. You know. Sometimes you watch a film and go, "This was 3 hours." Like Endgame, 3 hours long.
It needed to be,
but it earned every single minute of that.
There was no part in Endgame where I'm going, this is not relevant. Like, every part
of this film.
That's what makes Endgame such a good film. Even Infinity War, to be fair.
Yeah.
But because every single moment in it, I was like, we need to see this.
There are even some jokes that go on like 20 seconds too long, and it's like in Guardians 3.
Yeah, and it's like to be fair, the whole I can't what to say. Literally just lost my head. Who knows? That's what it's intellectual.
There are jokes and things and characters and plot points that went on a bit too. I think overall, I came out of that film slightly less positive than I think most people do. I think it's still good.
But I think what helped Guardians 3 was that the last 2 MCU films we've seen were Thor: Love and Thunder and Ant-Man: Quantumania. Which Thor: Love and Thunder is...
There was Black Panther in between.
Oh, was there? Oh, okay, well...
But then again, even before that, recently we've had Doctor Strange, which we didn't like, Thor, which wasn't very good, and Quantumania, which didn't work for me.
Like, Thor, I think, is the best of
the three.
Of the three. I don't know where... Well, Guardians 3 is obviously the best of those 4, I think.
Yeah.
And then Thor...
I might have preferred Black Panther to that.
I thought we were including all the wank ones. If we're including Black Panther, then obviously... Yeah. But if we're including all the ones that didn't hit...
Oh, no, yeah, Guardians,
Guardians,
those
Thor... Ant-Man... To be fair, I think I'd say Ant-Man over Doctor Strange. Yeah. Because I think Doctor Strange promised so much. Like, you can say what you want, but MODOK is... That was comedy. Like, that was quite... They did something, whereas Doctor Strange just didn't do anything. But with... The other thing that annoyed me about Guardians 3 were the post-credit scenes. Like, I know you can't really do... It's the finale, you don't want to do a massive setup. The first one with, like, Rocket sat on the rocks, that was quite nice. And then Mega Groot with the fucking... What was that? And the last one, I couldn't understand a word the cunts were saying when he was eating his cornflakes. I was like, what? That was pointless anchor. I was like, what? It's nice. He found his granddad. Great.
But where's Star-Lord gonna... Like, is he just going to pop up in the new Avengers films? Or?
Because it said Star-Lord will return. It's like,
that's the only real thing that makes sense for him to do.
Because he's left the guy. He's on Earth now. Like, how... unless they are... Oh, Chris Pratt, can you come and help?
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind Chris... But then the problem with... Like... Him in Infinity War makes sense because he's got Drax and Mantis. Star-Lord's a character that would be very outnumbered if he just had to then be lumped in with the Avengers.
Oh yeah, he'd be, yeah. But also, why would... Because the reason he was in Infinity War is they just ran into him in space because he was with, like, because Thor was in, like, they sort of just ran into him. But surely he just has no motive. Why would the Avengers go? If we need anyone, we need
Tequila.
If they're like, shit, we've bumped into another planet here, we need to win. Who's going to help us? Star-Lord, we need... why? Like, there's no motivation for them to go, we really fucking need Star-Lord if we're going to win this. Like, unless it's like an alternate universe Star-Lord. You're right, love.
So, Jess said she's going to arrive in a minute and told me to warn you.
Well, tell her she's a knobhead. But yeah, like, unless it's an alternate universe Star-Lord... Which, why? But there's no motivation for Star-Lord to return. I don't really want him to return.
Yeah.
He's got it done, isn't he? Really?
I want to get drunk, see you, goodbye.
Ugly bugly.
Yeah, that just kind of felt
Life
right.
lesson, ugly bugly.
Oh, me